Hey, we're about to get started. Getting started, people. Here we go. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Drum roll and turn it off. What's up, everybody? I said it like that because I'm doing a shout out to Miss Lacey Green. Anyway, you guys, I am glad you are here. My name is Roberto Lorenzo Ferguson, a.k.a. Robert Ferguson. I share because I care. And I'm going to share with you what it means to eat more in order to lose more. Eat more in order to lose more. Now, if you're new to me, I want to say thank you for being here. And I want to say that this segment of everything that I'm going to share with you is brought to you by our Detox Drop. This is a 7-day program that will help anybody get off to a good start. If you're looking to get off to a good start, you want to lose weight, you want to improve health, you want to get things under control as far as your liver, as far as your diabetes, you want to start to eventually put yourself in a position where you can get off medications, this is a good place to start. So consider it. There are links provided so you can learn more there, as well as we have an 8-week fat loss challenge. And we have an upcoming course that is a conference I strongly recommend you guys go to. It's called Food as Medicine. Why do I recommend it? Well, the difference between you and I, the difference between me and your doctor, the difference between me and the average personal trainer, the average person who is an advocate for better health, is knowledge. And most people just don't know. Now, the unfortunate part is that they love to act like they know, and so they spread information that's not good. It's just not. And we are so on top of it that now I'm making it available where I can help people. So I want to encourage you to come and learn more, be a part of all of it, be informed, so you're not someone who's spreading information from a place where you're misinformed. Okay? Now, let me dive into this because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. It's Fat Loss Tuesday. I'm doing this live, and I'm going to share something with you. And it's based on, this is all impromptu. And if you have questions, I want you to bring it. Any questions that you got, I'm open. Let's make Tuesdays an open forum. Now, I'll always have something to share, but let's make it an open forum. Now, I want to give a big shout out to one of my clients, Sue V. You know who you are, and I hope you hear this. Sue just did the Detox Drop, and when she gave me her numbers this morning, I was like, wow, like she's right at the 30-pound weight loss mark. She wasn't even going to work with me. Like, the opportunity came from her boss. Her boss says, hey, I want to introduce you to Robert. I'm going to make it where you don't even have to pay for this. Her boss, her name is Jody. I'm not going to mention last names unless Jody tells me when I talk to her that I can mention her name. But they have a company, and she made an opportunity for her client or her employees, 15 of them, to be given access to work with me directly and some of my other coaches, but I ended up working with all of these people. And when I talked to Sue today, I was like, wow, Sue, you are down 30 pounds. You have dropped over 5% body fat. You have dropped significant inches off your waist. You are running toward a happier, healthier, better place. And it's all because her boss says, hey, I'm going to make this available to my employees. Think about that. If your employee loses 30 pounds, let's say you go from 190 to 160. Next thing you know, you're from 160, you're 150. You're healthier, you feel good, morale is up. Wow. How many bosses are doing that for their employees? Think about that. And it's not like we're putting you on a drug. You're learning how to eat food. Food is medicine in a way where you're eating great food, but yet you can be better off. She just started in June. How many of you guys are aware of my work You're aware of what we're doing. You sat back and you watched me do talks like this, and you haven't done anything. And that's okay. That's not a dig, but don't keep putting it off. This woman's down 30 pounds. Before Christmas, she'll be down about 40 pounds, if not more, and going into 2024 living her best and healthiest life. We all deserve that. And it's funny, when she did the detox, she's like, yeah, I was surprised. I go, what were you surprised about? She goes, and what she was really saying was she wasn't hungry. She ate real food. She had a little bit of a stall, dropped like 6 pounds, and now she's at the 30-pound mark. I mean, come on. Then I want to give another shout out to one of my clients, Barbara. Barbara. I hope you hear this. I just got off the phone with Barbara. Barbara's awesome. She's done the detox drop, I think, a couple times, maybe even 3 times. And she hit her 30-pound mark today, and I could not be happier. And I said, Barbara, think about it. Not long ago, you were 30 pounds heavier. What does that feel like? Now, some of you guys have dogs or you have cats, and you'll buy, like, cat food or dog food. Let's say it's in a 30-pound container, 40-pound container. You know what it's like to pick up 30 pounds? That's off her body. So, Barbara, thank you. And years ago, Barbara goes way back with me and my ex-wife. She was the client back in the day. I think she worked with my ex-wife. And then she'd been to many of my talks. And she saw me post, and we've stayed in touch through social media. She reached out. What's different, Robert, with the methodology? What's going on? What kind of program that you got going there, Robert? And I said, Barbara, let's do this. And I remember Barbara like it was yesterday. It's been over 20 years, but Barbara came on board. And to see her doing what she's doing right now, you know what I mean? Like, some of us got over 100 pounds to lose. Some of us is only 5 or 10 pounds. Some of us maybe it's 40 or 50 pounds. Some of us is 30. But today, Barbara, she's 30 pounds leaner. All her vitals, everything is better. Wow. And then that leads me to the topic of the discussion today. When you eat more and you lose more. One of my new clients breathed this into me today. And we had a really good conversation. She's brand new. And what's interesting about this client is that she's kind of like a nurse, because she works with a lot of dietitians, and she sees what they do. And I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But what we do and what she's learning with the Diet Free Life methodology, it makes sense. It makes more sense than what she's seeing being taught and encouraged and recommended by these dietitians. Now, I'm not throwing every dietitian under the bus because they're part of their colleagues. But here's the reality. The reality is the way they approach it is not really good. Not all of them, but many of them. And so this client of mine, her name is Marie. She goes, Robert, I feel like I'm eating like a lot. I'm eating a lot of the same things that you have me eating, and I've been eating, but I'm just eating a lot. And then I said, Marie, so you're telling me you're eating more than you were, but it's a lot of the same food? She goes, yes. I said, but you lost 4 or 5 pounds this week and you're eating more. Isn't that kind of weird? She goes, yeah. I'm forcing myself to eat. It's like, I don't even want to eat. And it's like more food to eat, but yet the weight is coming off. I said, that's called education. You're learning how to eat, how to use food in a way that not only improves your overall health, but puts you in a position where the weight will come off. Wow. How many of you guys, and if it's not you, maybe you know some people, when it comes to weight loss, they go into starvation mode. They're hungry all the time. They don't eat. That's because they don't understand nutrition. We're going to eat and use food in a way to help us get to where we want to be. Food is not the problem. Food is not to be demonized. And if you don't understand this or know how to do it, then that's your next big step. Become a client. If you're not being coached by me, get with we'll connect you with a coach. But if you don't know, you don't know. And it's time to know. Food is medicine, and our medicine is our food. My favorite book says, my people perish, meaning things don't go well for the lack of knowledge. Now, let me throw this out there, because I had a conversation with a colleague today, and we were talking about the American Diabetes Association, who I would love to work with. And a dear friend of mine is now sitting on their board. And this colleague that I was talking to today, he goes, man, I hope I could be on the phone when you and my partner talk. And I said, yeah, why is that? He goes, because what you're saying is different than what the American Diabetes Association is saying. I go, yeah, they don't get it. If they got it, we wouldn't have more and more type 2 diabetics every year and more pre-diabetics every year. And I guarantee you that the American Diabetes Association, this is not a dig, this is just the truth. They can't compete. They can't even come close to what we're able to do. They can't even, it's not even, it would be unfair. It'd be like we're like a pro basketball player and they're like elementary basketball player. There's not, and this is not bragging. I'm just telling the truth. They are so far behind. They have absolutely no idea, because our numbers are staggering. 9 out of 10 people that I work with who are confirmed type 2 diabetic, in 12 to 15 months, they are no longer type 2 diabetic. They cannot say that. They cannot do that. What they do is not working. And I have friends on that board. I'm aware of what they do. I get what they do. I'm fully informed with what they do, and what they're doing is not ideal. If it was, they would be competitive to what we're doing. The diet-free life methodology and how we approach eating food, regular everyday food, there is freedom, is wrapped in freedom, because you don't feel like you're on a diet, but yet all your numbers get better. And it goes against a lot of what they think they know. And what's interesting is that we're both in compliance with the U.S. dietary guidelines. We just have it down to a science, and they've been around longer than us. I have no competition. And for all of our diet-free life coaches, you guys, we have no competition. Our biggest challenge is conveying the information to get people to realize that there's a way to change their life and to improve their life. Like my clients with fatty liver, say goodbye to it, because you're not going to experience cirrhosis of the liver. You're not going to be that person in 10 years that's in a waiting line hoping to get a liver transplant. You're not going to be concerned with dialysis at home or where you have to go to the hospital. My clients, the people that I'm coaching, we're eating regular food and we're staying away from that. No, that's not happening. Now, if you go with the conventional way, okay, good luck and God bless you. And I hope it works out. I wish we could have helped you. But if you're going in the wrong direction, you're going to get the wrong outcomes. And when I say wrong outcomes, that's the outcomes you don't want. If you're on Trulicity, Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, unless you're in dire straits, that means that you are in a situation where it's like life or death and nothing seems to be working, and you're so far gone that you got to take a risk with some of these drugs. If you're taking those drugs, then you fell short. You've been bamboozled. You've been hoodwinked. And unfortunately, you are on the wrong path, you guys. I would stop it right now. If you know someone who's taking some of those drugs, call them, beg them. Just get them to get on the phone with me. And if they want to get their doctor on the phone with me, let's do it. I guarantee you, everything is going to change. It's going to shift. Their doctors are just promoting these drugs because it brings in money. Wake up, you guys. We got to wake up. I get it. You want to make them happy. I get it. They sound like they know what they're talking about. I've had a few people who called me early on about these drugs and said that I was putting out misinformation because they're selling the drugs. And I told this person, I said, well, let's do an open debate. Let's just have an open conversation about the drug. Oh, definitely. Their first response, oh, yeah, let's do it. And these were some doctors up in Beverly Hills, and they're probably hearing this right now. And they won't talk. They won't comment because they ain't got the balls to comment because they know that they're wrong. It's a money thing. And then it's a ego thing because it's like, okay, well, we promoted it. Well, we got to save face. So let's just, there's no need to go there's no need to have a debate with this guy. Because why would they? They're going to lose and they're going to be exposed. It changes everything. So the best thing for a lot of these people who are promoting it and making money is just be quiet. And a lot of you don't even realize there's class action suits that are slowly building right now for the people who are starting to experience a whole bunch of negatives. And there's lawyers who are like looking at this as a land grab. There's an opportunity to make some serious money. I mean, come on. Any questions, you guys, before I get out of here? Again, my main focus and thing was to give a couple shout outs and just to help you realize that sometimes if you eat too little, it can block your ability to lose real fat. Oftentimes, more often than not, it's to your benefit to eat more in order to release and burn fat. It's that happy medium. And with our methodology, we teach you how to combine your foods in the right way with the right proportions. And when you do that, you will consistently get the results that you want. That is losing weight, getting smaller, feeling better, looking younger, improving overall health. That also includes lowering high blood sugar, lowering high blood pressure, improving triglycerides across the board. Improved health. It's not a pill. It's not a false lie. It's using food that God made available for all of us to have access to. And learning how to eat real food. I mean, wow. You know what? I feel for people who don't know how to do this or help people with real food. And all they got is selling a supplement or some crazy ass program. I feel for them. And unfortunately, when they learn about what I do, they can't listen to me because it reminds them that they're not doing what God really would like them to be doing. Right? Because if you're only selling a supplement to help people improve their health, really? Think about that. Is that what God would want you to do for those who are believers? Is that what the universe would want you to? And that's why I feel for those people. But I'm also hopeful for those people because we have a certification where we actually help people become coaches. And what a great, like I have a coach in Canada right now who I'm excited about because she has some really good supplements that I think are really good supplements. She's now become a coach so she can educate people on nutrition. And I believe she's in a position to provide the best of the best because some supplements can be really helpful. But I wouldn't lead with supplements. I would lead with lifestyle, nutrition. You know what I mean? That feels right. That's organic. That's real. And then what's cool is that she's aware of supplementation. And so she just happens to be able to recommend certain supplements that will help a lifestyle. Now that is a win-win. Anyway, I'm Robert Ferguson. I always share because I care. And you guys, it's to our benefit to learn how to eat. Because if you don't learn how to eat, then that means you don't know how to eat. And if you don't know how to eat, then you're going to be guessing. Now, if you're okay with that for yourself, fine. But let's say you're a nurse, or maybe you're a teacher, or you're an influencer, and people come to you because They want your opinion about things. And maybe you just look good, right? Maybe you've exercised, you never really gained weight, you kind of look the part. And so people will come to you and ask questions. Instead of guessing, provide them with real, clear answers that are substantiated, that can help them, instead of just regurgitating what you think may be helpful. It's the landscape of responsibility. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm Robert Ferguson. Again, let's eat, you guys. Let's eat. I strongly recommend that you eat, 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 eat. And if you don't know how to eat, then let's learn how to eat. And if you got questions, reach out to us. We will answer it. If you want to learn more, reach out to us and we will help you the best we can. We don't always charge you. Our goal is, like, if we can help you and I can answer a question to give you clarity, then we know that that clarity is going to give you the confidence to do what is in your best interest. All right, you guys, I'm Robert Ferguson. Until the next one, which will be mañana.